And I remember sitting there, laying on the ground. I didn't hit my head, so I was pretty conscious, and I tried to move. And the first word that came out of my mouth was like, fuck, what am I gonna do? My name's Rob Parsons. I'm from Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada. Drifting happened for me when Canada was able to bring in right-hand drive cars from Japan. Me and my dad started bringing in cars. You bring in right-hand drive cars, you're obviously gonna know what drifting is. So I just started hitting up events and parking lots. I had a decent success running the D-Sport series in Alberta. 4 or 5 years that I ran D-Sport, successful in that. Transitioned from driving to judging. I did that for a year, got back into dirt biking pretty hard. I started riding every day and I just ended up hitting a crappy line on a jump one day. Came off my bike, whiskey throttled off of a berm and stiffened up, hit the legs, landing gear out, broke everything. Tib fib, femurs, back, lung, got a rib through it. 6 months in the hospital. And then I said to myself, well, I better get a badass wheelchair and I gotta do something else. When something happens, you deal with it and you move on. You don't dwell on something that you can't control. I couldn't ride a BMX again. Motorbikes are hit and miss, but cars was a big passion of mine. I took it into my own hands, develop a car, develop a system so that I could get back into drifting, but actually have a competitive car. We rotisseried it, sandblasted it, took everything out, cut it all apart, designing tubes, building a front end, picking a motor, putting a motor together. Everything to do with race cars, not really light. Moving the car around by yourself is not easy. Almost every time that I have to do something, go to the racetrack, move something in the garage that is big, I need a friend over to come help, and that's been the biggest obstacle. Luckily enough, I have some of the greatest friends in the world all over, not just back home, but amazingly, everywhere I travel, there seems to be somebody that will offer a hand to get something done, and that right there shows just what's right with the world. I know there's still people out there that really help out and are caring. We're going to use the car as an adaptive clinic to teach other guys how to drive again. So it's not just for me and for everybody else to come out and have fun. There's a lot of wounded warriors, vets, people coming back from the war that may have got an amputated leg, or just people that were born with spina bifida and can't drive a normal car with foot pedals. It was the most rewarding experience I've felt in my lifetime. Right there, was driving that car for the first time. I can drive this car better than I used to drive 3 years ago. If you put your whole heart into it, a lot of good things will come from it.